This is gonna be a first impression video of the Lego Batman Legacy of the Night. Look, I am not here to talk about if the game is worth 60, 70, 80, $90. I am not. I am just saying everything I like and everything I dislike about the game, and I am not gonna be too harsh in the game because I'm a grown-ass man playing a Lego game. Now, normally, if you don't like the Marvel humor, you know, when they go, he's right behind me, isn't he? This game is probably not gonna be for you, but also, this is just a Lego game. Of course they're gonna have jokes. Like, basically the format of the game is, they give you a part of the story, and they make it very serious. Then all of a sudden, they throw in a joke. Because you also have to remember, this is a kid's game. This game does incredible when it comes to honoring the legacy of Batman. When it comes to the games and the movies, because it is constantly throwing references about the movies and the game into this game. And some people might say, oh, so the game is just only references. No, this game has its own thing. But at the same time, it throws in references in case an adult is playing the game and they go, oh yeah, I saw that in the movie. That's exactly how the movie is. And then they do the Marvel humor where they put a joke in there so that you can realize, hey, remember, you're playing a Lego game. This is not too serious. So when I talk about the references, I want to say a specific reference because to me, the game did a better job at showing that particular scene than the actual movie. In the Batman movie, the last one, the Batman, when Batman gets into the Batmobile, in my opinion, it was implied that he wanted to use the Batmobile to catch up to Penguin, right? Well, in the game, it's a little bit different and it makes even more sense. Batman already was in the Batmobile, and when he went to only talk to the Penguin got into his car and drove away. And then when the Penguin was driving away, he was making sure that the Batman didn't catch up to him. In the movie was a little different. When Batman starts revving up the engine, it was basically instigating the Penguin to escape so that he can, you know, use his Batmobile to show off. But in the game, even though it's a Lego game, they did a better job at showcasing and making sense of a scene that they used in the movie. And then at the end of that scene, the game actually uses the same exact song that they use when everything is exploding behind Batman and Penguin is upside down and Batman is walking to the Penguin. And then to remind you that the game is a Lego game, they throw in a joke. But it did make a scene much better than the movie.
License and registration, please.
I also like the fact that even though this is a Lego game, most of the characters portrayed in this game are actually very accurate. The only thing is that Batman in his Batman costume does not have a Batman voice, in my opinion. His voice actor is great. Everyone's voice actors are doing amazing work, but when it comes to the Batman, it doesn't sound either like the Batman that we've seen before or the Batman from the Lego Batman movie. This Batman voice sounds a little serene, a little low. Now, on the voice acting scene, Catwoman should have just dialed it down a bit because she does an amazing job at portraying Catwoman. Like, her voice actor is doing amazing. Even though the game is extremely goofy and is constantly throwing in jokes, Catwoman is the one voice actor that is constantly on top of the serious stuff and flirty stuff, and I think that if it was because of her, this game would have been PG-13. There's moments in the story that the characters just randomly start dancing and they give you quick time events, and as I said before, if you're the type of person that's always miserable, this is not the type of game for you because they're very random, and I'm pretty sure that's like peak comedy when it comes to kids playing games, so they add that a lot. There's one sequence where they're dancing, there's another sequence where they're playing the guitar, there's multiple levels where you're constantly getting into cars inside the missions, so it is all about the fun. It's all about having fun. You're not playing this game to be Batman only. But when it comes to the combat, it is exactly like the Batman games. It has the exact same thing when it comes to square. You're doing your regular combos and you can jump from enemy to enemy. That magnetism that the game has where you don't normally miss a hit if you're pressing just square. When you're pressing triangle, you're doing counters. The only thing that changes is the circle move, where in the Batman games, you press circle to do a stun with your cape. In this game, you don't. You dodge. At the beginning of the game, I thought they weren't gonna do dodging. I thought it was gonna be the exact same thing, but it's not. And that's okay, because in this game you actually have to jump to do a lot of puzzles, to do a lot of platforming. So they had to change that. You still have the stun moves when you punch someone into a wall or into an environmental item, which is amazing, by the way. Environmental damage is hilarious. If you're punching someone right next to a place that has fire, you end up throwing that person into the fire and you get a little cutscene, a little showcase of the Lego character burning, which is, to me, in my mind, is hilarious. It implicates a lot, but I'm an adult playing a Lego game, remember? And in every mission, there's also a lot of environmental damage, environmental stuff you can do, and it changes the pace of the game. It adds up to the game. Every character has 2 different abilities. Batman can have a batarang or a rope to pull things in puzzles or enemies. You can just switch it up, like in the actual Batman games. When you get different characters, the beauty about the different characters is that they actually have different moves. They don't do the same. I thought they were gonna be a little lazy and just add the same moveset to all of the characters. They did not. Every character has different movesets. So when you get Jim Gordon, he has a different moveset. When you get Catwoman, she has a different moveset and skills. Jim Gordon as well has different skills. I haven't finished the game yet, so I don't know how many characters you get. But so far, every time I play with different characters, I'm getting a different moveset. And what I think is the best thing about the game is the finishers. This game does an insane amount of finishers. I am 7 hours into the game and I am still seeing different finishers. Like, it never gets boring because the game is always doing a different finishers. When I say finishers, it's basically the finishers from the Arkham games where you press triangle and circle when you have a meter. In this game is R1. You build up that meter and you do a finisher. The finishers are insane. There's way too many, and that makes the game extremely fun because every hour you go, I haven't seen that before. Adding more to the combat, you also have the stealth sections, which I don't think you're supposed to clear all of the missions in stealth because it doesn't make you. It is just adding to the combat at the beginning of each mission. Normally, you have to start with stealth, and the stealth finishers are also added to the pool of the finishers overall, and they also have a good amount. So on the stealth section, you do the exact same thing as the Arkham games. You're swinging from statue to statue, you're doing a finisher, then you're going up to the statue again if they didn't see you. I haven't done a full mission with full stealth, but I'm pretty sure you could, because again, it's a Lego game. It is not a hard game, so the detection that the enemies have are slow. So you eventually, if you do manage to only want to do stealth, you could, I'm pretty sure. So because it is a Lego game, you always have someone else in a mission. So you can have basically someone playing with you at all times. The game is open world, so if you want to play at the open world, you can just have someone play with Jim Gordon or Catwoman at all times. Once you start a mission, that person is also with you. It is normally couch co-op, and I do not understand how this game doesn't have multiplayer co-op, like online co-op, which makes no sense. I'm pretty sure all of the other Legos do have multiplayer co-op, but this game does not. This is couch co-op, and if you are playing on PS5, you could do game share and at the same time just get someone else to play with you as you're playing. So that's a little tip for you in case you want to play with someone else that is not in your house. Very cool thing about this game and the co-op is that if you're playing as Batman and your little kid is playing as Jim Gordon and you need to do a special puzzle that requires Gordon to do it, you can just press down on the D-pad, and if the other character press down on the D-pad, you switch screens. So you switch the character. You don't have to switch controllers. So if you're playing with a kid, all you have to teach him is how to press down, and eventually you're gonna be able to just pass every puzzle without taking away his controller or her controller. Surprisingly, the game has friendly fire, considering it's a Lego game and it's normally a kid's game. It is amazing that it has friendly fire, because I have killed my partner multiple times just hitting them, and my daughter has killed me multiple times hitting me. There's something really cool about this game, and it's the fact that sometimes when the devs are introducing an idea or a mechanic, they know that there's some things that don't make sense. For example, if you lose in the Arkham games, you get a mini cutscene of the enemy telling you, haha, Batman, you suck. and then you have to press X to continue or redo that boss fight. In this game, it's not like that. You lose and it gives you a game over screen, and then it immediately goes back to where you were. You don't need to press X because they know it's useless, and they do this a lot of times. There's a lot of useless things that, even though they do add to the realism when it comes to another point that I'm gonna make, they don't put them into this game because it's a Lego game. You're here to have fun. The other point I want to make into the useless thing that shouldn't be here and it's not here is in the Batman games, when you're gliding, you normally lose altitude. So when you're gliding, you're constantly falling. So you have to press R1 to go from one building to the other with the hook and then get altitude. In this game, it's not really like that. You can technically travel the whole map just gliding, and even though you could just hook from one building to the other to gain altitude, you don't necessarily have to, because this game also has what the Spider-Man game have, which is the wind tunnels that take you from one place to the other, get you faster there. And that's cool because, again, this is a Lego game. You're not playing this for the realism. The game being open world also makes it easier for them to introduce the Batmobile. So the Batmobile is actually very cool, but before I say anything else, you do not have to do a million missions in the Batmobile to do the story. This is not Arkham Knight. So in this game, it's very optional. They only have one mission where you have to use the Batmobile. Everything else is up to you if you want to do them gliding, or you can use the Batmobile. When it comes to the Batmobile, it is very cool. I have to say, this is a Lego game, remember, but the Batmobile is very heavy. When it comes to the driving, it is cool. You're crashing into enemies. It has the same exact Arkham Knight mission where sometimes there's enemies that are in a car and you have to crash them, and sometimes you have to shoot missiles at them. But the Batmobile is a little slow and heavy, and I'm pretty sure the reason why they did it like that is because this open world is not huge. And also, this open world is not like an amazing open world. Again, it's a Lego game. This open world just has a lot of things that you can collect, and it's empty. It's there for you to just have fun. To emphasize about the game itself and the story and all of the references, the game starts you as Bruce Wayne and your parents getting whacked. And when I first saw that, I thought, oh, this is just gonna be a small section of the game, and this is just gonna jump to another huge section. No, the game has a timeline that is actually pretty impressive to me, because I don't know how far they're gonna go and how detailed they're gonna go into the story. But if we are to compare the movie, in the movie it was like 5 minutes for you to know that Batman went to the monks and went to the ninjas and he trained and then he got out and then he became Batman. In this game, it gives you a full hour of the whole story. You are actually training. Instead of giving you a montage of Bruce Wayne training to become a ninja, you are actually doing everything, and it adds to the gameplay and the runtime, and it's fun because, again, you're playing with two different characters. You're playing with Bruce Wayne and you're playing with Talia. That's just the beginning. After that, they give you a mission with Jim Gordon, how you meet him, how you became Batman, and then after that is the Penguin scene, and then after that is Falcone. I don't know how many enemies they're gonna end up showcasing, and I don't know how far in the story they're gonna go, but so far to me it is pretty impressive that I'm 6 hours in and I've seen multiple enemies throughout the game. I am a huge Batman Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City fan. I love all of the games. I've played all of the games. I've tried 100%ing all of the games. I cannot because of the Riddler puzzles, the Riddler's secrets. I'm still playing Batman Arkham Knight, trying to find everything. But when it comes to Lego games, I have never played a Lego game. Now, when you have a combination of something I like and something that I don't know anything about, I'm probably gonna like the game. So I went into the game thinking that it's gonna be alright, probably gonna have some fun. And when I started playing it, I realized this game is so much fun. Not only because of the Batman parts, but because of the Lego parts. Even though I do love the Batman games, I love them because of the gameplay. I don't necessarily care about Batman overall. I don't care about, oh, he has a no-kill rule. Oh, Batman is the greatest. Oh, Batman with prep time will kill anything. I don't care about the hero at all. But I have seen all of the movies because I'm not gonna lie, Batman is cool. He's just a cool character. The reason why I want to bring all of this in, I want you to know a little about my interests, is because even though I've never played with Legos, never played a Lego game, even though I don't necessarily care about Batman, even though I do like the Batman games because of the gameplay and the stories are pretty good, and I do like the media around Batman, to me, this was a game that was not gonna click. but this game is so much fun that I have to recommend anyone who's a fan of anything that I'm talking about to get it. And even though you're not a fan of anything, if you're the type of person that likes to have fun, this game will be fun. Now, to end the video, I just want to say, if you're a Batman fan, this game is for you. If you're a Lego fan, this game is for you. If you have a kid and you want to spend some time with your kid, this game is for you. If you watched any of the movies, you are gonna have a lot of references that you're gonna go, oh crap, yeah, I remember that, that's hilarious. Because at the end of the reference, they're gonna throw a joke in. Because remember, it's a Lego game. Honestly, the only person I would not recommend this game to, if your life is miserable, do not play this game because you're just gonna ruin it for yourself and others if you give your opinion. Everyone else should get this game if you can. This game is extremely fun for Batman fans, for Lego fans, for actually no fans at all. If you just want to have fun, this game is for you. If you're a gamer overall, this game is for you. But anyways, that's my first impression of the Lego Batman game, The Legacy of the Night. If you have it, tell me what you think about the game. If you don't have it, are you gonna get it? And if you're not a miserable person, like the person that I would not recommend this game to, like and subscribe, because why not? Okay, thank you, bye!